just in the replay. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know how life's been treating you. I hope it's been treating you kind. And as always, open up the chat. Now, for real, this is going to be a short live for me because I am honestly pretty tired. It's been a tiring last few days. The GiGi Lifetimes 2 is rough. It's tough. And I wouldn't have it any other way. So I'm not going to front like, oh my God, oh, it's so bad. It's a little tiring. But hey, it's my grandkids. And that's all that matters. Hey, Kelly. So, I'm going to put some skincare on. Then I am going to go to sleep. So, as most of you all know, Brooklyn Bell has made here. Brooklyn Bell is here. Thank you, Drea. Hey, D'Angelo. So let me give y'all the story of what's been going on in my life since last I saw you all on Sunday. So B went in for her induction on Sunday evening, because they're going to induce her because of her at 38 weeks because of she's been having recurring high blood pressure issues. So they, were going to induce. Now, mind you, she was already having contractions, which was different than Bakari. So with Bakari, she didn't have any contractions before she went in. This time she did. So, of course, it was me and Bakari. Now, let me just tell y'all first. Let's talk about the first thing. So they go in at 10 p.m., around 10 p.m., so me and Bakari had to drive them there. And then I had to bring me and him up 3 flights of steps once we were home. Then me and the babysitter decided, because she's chronically late, that I would bring him to her in the morning and he would hang out with her. So, of course, I'm not sleeping well. Well, besides the fact I get him to go pee anyway. So every time, I had to go pee, I would then text them like, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So, Brandon would give me updates, or if B was up to it, she would text me back throughout the morning. I got to listen to this because, as I said, GiGi life is tough. I am washing some of Brooklyn's stuff right now. So, anyway, so I am, I'm texting. So when I woke up fully, around 5 o'clock, I text, hey, what's going on? Brandon's like, they're about to check her, and then she sends me back that she's 5 centimeters. I'm like, okay. And then I started getting ready for the day. So I guess around almost 7, me and Bakari, I'm about to get him out. I tried to call, no one answered. So I'm like, hey, is everything okay? Because, of course, the first thing we need to, oh my God, there's something going on. And so Brandon comes back to me at 7:09, like, I want to say 7:20. I can't remember. It was like right around 7:20 as I'm driving Bakari over to the babysitter. No, 7:29 exactly. He like sends me a message. Her water broke. Think she's gonna start pushing. I'm like, oh shit, okay. So I get Bakari over to the babysitter, and as I'm about to leave, he calls me. And when I answer the phone in the car, he doesn't say anything, and all of a sudden I hear crying in the background. So he called me so I could hear her crying. My son-in-law know what to do. So, of course, I'm in the car crying. Oh, my God, she's here, she's here, she's here. I'm dramatic. Y'all know I'm dramatic. So, I don't need much to make me dramatic and crying and everything. Oh, my God, oh, my God. And so, yeah, so it was like 4 minutes between the time he said her water broke and she was going to start pushing to when he called me back with, yeah, she's here. And B said it took like 2 pushes and she was out. Right? So That is the story of Brooklyn. Now, of course, it was different because of COVID restrictions. So I couldn't go to the hospital and see her on Monday because, you can only have one person in the hospital, period. So I had to wait till yesterday to see her. She's a little Valentine's baby. So I had to wait till yesterday to see her. And so it was me and Bakari, living our best Bakari and GiGi life. Now, let me tell you though, this is terrible. Man, I have not, listen, I was like, Bakari, you too, you can make it up these steps. So he walked up 3 flights of steps both days because I just could not. I don't look. I was like, I looked. He put him down and I held his hand and we walked up them steps. Hey, Shelly, how are you? So I've been hanging out, of course, with, across the hallway. Oh, so hey, Kia. So now let me tell you. So then, of course, I brought Bakari home Tuesday because, he was at the babysitter and they were, thank you. And I was, so I bring him home and me and him go in because, of course, I'm going to see Brooke. He looks at her and he goes, wow. That's one of his few words that he speaks clearly. He was like, wow. And I will say he was very soft, of course he's 2. So he doesn't quite get how to, but he was very soft with her. He was giving her his soft touch because we've been talking about soft touch. So he was like touching her and, every once in a while he messes up, but that's okay. Because he's, but then this was the funny part. So now, he's, we let him hold her for a couple of, shit, let me go. I got to put the rinse stuff. Hold on. Sorry. Had to her stuff is in my washing machine. B asked me to wash some stuff for her, so I had to put the fabric softener in. So anyway, he's real, he's like, oh wow. So we let him hold her for for a minute, and then she started crying. Hey, Fortunata, thank you. We'll be saying that to you soon, Fortunata. And so this was the funny part. So when she started crying, Bakari freaked out. So now he is wailing too with her. She's crying and he's like, ah! And he is just crying his eyes out. And now he's on me like a little, like he's clinging to me. He's got me wrapped up and he's in my neck just crying with her. So he's like wailing with her, right? Just wailing with her. So that was it's like for a while he was like, no, this is cry time, right? He's like, whoa, is this what we doing now? This is what we doing. Okay, let me just get to it. So so now today he's been holding her. B sent me the picture of him holding her, and when I had her this evening, he was just kept coming up to, because like last night, girl, y'all, I had her. Girl, he was trying to pick her up from me. He was a little tough. He was a little rough. He was just a little too much. But now he's really calming down and kind of getting how he should. He's starting to understand how he can act with her. So, he still has a little mistakes here and there. A little almost poking the eye. You have to catch him sometimes because he be trying to point at it. He'd be like, oh, not the eye. But other than that, he's been doing pretty good. I think he's gonna be a really good big brother. He has the makings of a good big brother. So how was everybody else's Valentine? I saw something. Someone was talking about this. We need to change the narrative of Valentine's Day and stop, because Valentine doesn't have to be about just romantic love. Valentine is about should be about all types of love. And so that's what I saw something about, and they were saying, as opposed to, just being about romantic love, it should be about whatever type of love you want to celebrate. And I agree. Especially since I ain't got nobody to celebrate it with. Honestly. Okay, I'm sorry. I just had to say that. No, not good. Okay. Never mind. I'll try. Oh, and then let me just tell you what this little boy did yesterday. So with her crying and everything, right? Y'all. So I have class and B has class. So she, they trying. So I take him over here because she's trying to have class, right? And so I said, well, he can come over here with me. Why did I take this 2-year-old in this room while I'm trying to watch be in a Zoom class? So let me give you the chronicles of this boy in my beauty room as I'm sitting over there. So first thing, I'm sitting over there. First he's over by me, then he gets off my lap. Then he starts moving around. I turn around and see this. This boy grabs this right here, opens it up, and commences to squeezing it on my floor. So when I look over here, he's just squeezing and squeezing and squeezing. That's number one. So I'm like, no, Bakari, no. Had to get off camera. Clean up my floor. So then, yes. So then I get him again. So now he's got a hold of my rings, which was okay because he was just playing with my rings, right? Okay. So he's playing with my rings. And then he decides he's going to climb in this chair right here, this one, my pink chair. So now he done figured out how to get in this chair without rolling the chair. So now he happy. He's sitting in this chair. But he's close to this area right here. So I roll him by me. I'm like, no, you can sit right next to me in the chair. Well, he decided he didn't want to just stay in the chair. So to this moment, I don't know what he got into. But all of a sudden, he was over here in this area. I know he's about to pull on some fragrances, so I'm looking at him. But then I walked over here, and I look on my floor, and there's a patch over here that is kind of shimmery. Kind of creamy and shimmery. Now, I have to be honest. I don't know what he put on the floor, because there was nothing around this vicinity that was, hey... Oh, wow, that's interesting. How long does it take before these things go bad? I think people just be leaving. So there's some shimmery stuff on the floor. I don't know. I still don't know what the shimmery stuff was, because whatever it is, it was creamy though. So I don't know what he got in. I said, well, did he get some lip gloss? I don't know what the boy had got a hold of, because there's nothing over here that should have been shimmery. So that's that there. So now I'm like, no, so I'm trying to watch it, right? Then the last thing he does, get this. So I fed him some lemon, I said, let me feed the boy. He'll sit here for a minute. So I gave him some lemon. We ate some yogurt. So then the last thing he did before I said, okay, I got to get off of here because this is not going to work. I look over. My grandson gets a hold of this. Now, this is a fragrance oil that I made a while ago. I don't really use it. It was for a DJ. So I made this fragrance oil. He didn't pump it all over himself. He has pumped it all over himself. Like, oh, besides the fact he ate some lip balm. Oh, I forgot to mention that. He was eating lip balm too, because that's what he likes to do. He likes to eat lip balm and he likes lotion. Now, usually he puts the lotion on himself too, though. Because normally Bakari likes to lotion up. He likes to stay moisturized. So normally he usually puts lotion all over himself, right? So you'll see him and he'll be like, he literally puts lotion on himself. So, yeah. So after eating the lip balm, right, he was having the time of his life. So then when I finally bring him back over, Brandon's like, why he smells so good? I'm like, because your son was busy in my room. Now, what that has also made me say, I've been seeing these Disney colognes. I'm getting him some. He gonna have his own little cologne soon. Now, his father was like, he don't need no cologne. Shut your mouth. I buy you cologne because Brandon's birthday is tomorrow. So I bought him what I always get him, which is I get him a couple of Aldi candles and I get him something to smell good. So I got him some Bath and Body Works. Right. He would smell good. So yeah, I'm getting him some Disney colognes. And he gonna wear them. At least when we go out. And as soon as she a little bit older, she gonna get her princess ones. They need to have some more princesses of color. I know we got Mulan, we got, what is her name? The black one. What the hell is her name? You know what I'm talking about. The black princess. Then we got the little Tiana. Thank you, because I can't get it out. We got Tiana, we got Mulan. We have what I like her, Moana. Right, Jasmine. I like Moana too. They need to have a Moana fragrance. It would be very tropical and cute. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't that be cute? A little Moana. What kind of? Oh, okay. I don't know what they are, but let's talk about the fragrances we think Disney princesses should have. Let's talk about the ones that we think would be perfect for Disney princesses. Right? I don't think she is, but she should be. Moana should be a princess. And I think she would have something very tropical. It would be coconut. It would be tiare flower. It would be frangipani. It would have a little vanilla in it. You know what I'm saying? It would be Moana-ish. So that I would give, that's her fragrance. It should be a very tropical vibe. And then we throw a little, and how about, she is a princess? I think right, of course. And then we throw in a little pineapple in it. So it'd be pineapple coconut with some vanilla, tiare flower, and frangipani. Boom! Would that be a great one for Moana? Now let's think. Tiana. Now she's New Orleans. You know, I have a problem with Encanto. I have a problem with Encanto. That story, Cajun musk, I like it. You know what? I want to get some genre perfumes, but I just can't figure out when you can order, and then I gotta have my money right so I can snap up an order. I'm gonna get to genre later on this year. Cajun musk, I like it. Right. That's the best part of the movie is a song about Bruno, right? But let's just think about poor Bruno. Have y'all seen Encanto? Oh, he's on Etsy now? Okay. Oh, okay. So, because that story, they did do Bruno dirty. Bruno living in the walls, y'all. First off, let's just talk about trauma and grandma. Because grandma she was traumatized, and then she traumatized everybody behind her. And haven't we mentioned that Disney movies are very depressing? Really? That Disney movies, if you really watch them, they are depressing as fuck. Because Frozen took me out. I was like, is this the movie everybody talking about? This is a terrible ass movie. Right, grandma did a number on the whole family. And you know, first it was Bruno, throw his ass, he a low-key darkness? Oh no. It used to be low-key. Ever since The Lion King, the darkness in these movies is tough. The darkness in these movies are tough because you know, of course we had Snow White and all them, which was based on Grimm's fairy tales, and we know they was terrible. Grimm's fairy tales are some horribly dark stories if you read them right. But really, the whole thing with Scar and Mufasa and him, cause I ain't gonna lie, I cried when Mufasa died. Hey cousin, I cried when Mufasa died the first when cause I took the kids to see it at the show. That's how old me and the kids are. I took them to see it at the show when it first came out. Right? Right. Then they just really amp it up. So after that, they've been having some darkness. Moana was one of the more, I would say, more lighthearted ones of them. Right? Exactly. I mean, it's like, what am I watching? This is terrible. And then Kanto, I'm telling you, Frozen took me out. I just saw recently, and I was watching it, right? And I was like, I was watching Frozen, and I was like, oh hell no. I mean, for real, I was like, oh hell no. Is this what we watching? Oh no. Then watching Encanto, I mean, like for instance, she basically ostracized whatever. Who's the main character in Encanto? She treated her like she was the servant. She was nothing to her, you know, because she had no powers. Pope Bruno living in the damn walls. Bruno living in the damn wall. I'm done. I was like, when we got to that part, I was like, okay, let it go was, let's just be honest, let it go. When you watch the movie, was like, this is pretty deep and dark. Think about Frozen and the whole let it go, let it go. Let's just talk about what she was doing in the process of letting it go. She was freezing up every motherfucking thing around her. She froze the fucking world, y'all, while she was singing Let It Go, Let It Go. I was like, is this the song we have these little kids singing and we're acting like, yes, makes so much sense? I was like, is anybody looking at the context of this damn song and what's going on in the movie? I was like, oh, okay, this is too much for me right here. Right, she was sad, but she froze the whole damn world. And I'm not saying there's, and just like, instead of teaching her not to stop her little freeze her little sister's heart, they made her live behind a door. I mean, the whole damn setup was terrible. I was like, as I was sitting there watching it as an adult, I was like, what the fuck is this I'm watching? I'm sorry. That movie was like, and this is, and see, I'm just saying because I've been hearing I'm not watching part 2 because I heard the what's the name melts down. Olaf. I'm just saying, like, I was like, what the fuck am I watching now? Is this movie that I've been hearing about and reference? How is this so good? Okay, who watched Frozen? Can somebody tell me why was this considered so good? I just need to know because I was confused. I was like, this is some bullshit. But I was invested in the movie at that point, so I had to keep watching it. But I should have stopped watching it when they made her feel bad. Yes, Olaf. That's what I heard. That's why I'm gonna watch the whole next one. I was fucked up when they made her feel bad about her power, and then made her live behind a door all her life. I was like, if this ain't some fucked up parenting, if I was like, if this ain't some fucked up parenting, I don't know what is. Instead of teaching her, don't do that because that will hurt your sister, which would have been what you're supposed to. Oh, 101 Dalmatians is dark too. I mean, think about Cruella de Vil, okay? Her name was Cruella de Vil. I mean, it was like, what kind of fucking parenting skills did these motherfuckers have? Oh, we're gonna put you behind, we're gonna lock your ass behind a door. That's what we're gonna do with your ass. We're not gonna teach you that don't do this. We're just gonna lock your fucking ass behind a door and tell you, girl, kid, you don't watch it. It's gonna irritate you. I'm telling you, it's. And I mean, yeah, Dumbo was terrible, but let's not forget Bambi, because the killing of his mama, I was like, oh the fuck no, as a kid. But now I've never watched the Cruella movie, but I'm saying Cruella de Vil, even though I have read the story, Cruella de Vil. I mean, her name is Cruella de Vil, and she wears and she wants to make a Dalmatian coat right there and then. I says it all. I'm like, and the stuff. Okay, I had to watch that. Hey, Alicia, because I'm finishing up and I'm going to bed because I'm real tired. But I'm just saying, the shit that we watched on these movies, yeah. Hell, let's think about what they did with them. Okay, well, so I had to go watch that one then. If it explains why she hated the Dalmatians. But I'm just saying that um I'm just saying like, these I mean cuz and I guess it makes sense because like I said the grim fairy tales, if you really think about them, are some horrible ass. I mean, think about the grim fairy tales. Them are some horrible ass stories. How are they fairy tales? How are they fairy tales? Okay, so I'm gonna have to watch that one. How are they fairy tales? How? Oh, I put a drop. I had marula oil and the Josie Marin oil. I need to fix my skin, so I'm in the process. So I'm gonna put this Josie Marin oil on my skin too. So I'm letting this sink in, and then I'm gonna put some oil on, and then some night cream, and yeah, go sleep. So yeah. Oh, Grimm is insanely bad. I mean, even the ones that we think about, the popular ones. Let's just think about the popular ones. Snow White. Snow White has this evil stepmother who decides who's jealous of her, and because the mirror says, um, "Did you?" See, I ain't been using it enough, so I. And because she's more beautiful than her, decides we need to go. She needs to die, and to prove that she's dead, bring me her heart. If that ain't some wicked ass shit, I don't know what is. That's number one. But the one that really gets me, this is the one that's really fucked up to me. Because at least that's the stepmother. Is Hansel and Gretel. Can we talk about Hansel and Gretel for a second? Go the let's just talk about this one. Hansel and Gretel is the story of a pussy whipped man who would allow some woman to make him just throw his kids in the woods. No, the fucked up part of the story is that they daddy sent them to the woods because the stepmama said they couldn't afford to feed them. Bitch, then you gotta go. So this is a story of a pussy whipped man. Hi, Cheryl. Thank you. This is the story of a pussy whipped man who allowed his woman to tell him to basically go and let your kids die in the woods. So this is the story of a child abuse, child neglect, and child endangerment. Let's just think about that. That's what the fucking story is. Hansel and Gretel is that story. Fuck the witch that they went and wound up with, cause she's not the real. She isn't the monster in this play. This story. It's really the father. But because we put it all on the stepmother, but it's really the father. Because why the father said yes to this shit and then took them out there. Something's wrong with his motherfucking ass. Weak as water, man. I have seen part of my life and I have to watch it again to watch the whole thing because I was half asleep. I'm just saying. I'm not even going to say the parents. I'm going to say the father because they were his children. They were of his seed. And you going to go along with this shit? What's wrong with your dumb ass? What's wrong with your dumb ass? She was bad enough. But if you think about it, the real monster is the one who was willing to kill his kids. I mean, we can say she's fucked up because she's just a fucked up person. But he was the one who these were his children, said, okay, let's just get rid of their ass. The fuck wrong with you? That's where the problem is. Right, right. And then at the end, oh, he's so happy to see them both because by now he sees the error of his ways and he has now gotten rid of the wife. Really? Really? Okay. Okay. Like you said, like you said, if you think about it, Hansel and Gretel should have came and threw his ass in the oven. They should have drug his ass back. They should have drug his ass right back to that damn witch's house and threw his ass in that fucking oven. That's what they should have done. That's what they should have done. Okay, so now I'm going to get on to it. I'm going to totally digress from here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, real talk. They should have drug his ass and threw his ass in there because he left it. Think about it. They were in fucking cage. It was in a cage. The child was in a cage trying to make sure that the witch didn't eat them. Oh, the fuck no. Daddy, you ain't shit. They should have gone. Can you, in real life, those poor babies would have needed therapy for like the next 15 years to get over the fact of that abandonment, possible death based on their father. Think about the abandonment issues that Hansel and Gretel probably had as adults. Boy, that went deep, didn't it? Okay, so let me tell you two snarky things that are on my mind right now. I got two snarky things on my mind. Okay. There's this person that I kind of know. We ain't really cool. You know how you got them Facebook people that you know, but you don't really hang out with. Um, and so post up the pictures of me and Bakari of Brooklyn, right? This chick I know puts in there, the congratulations. And then she's one of them people who says shit. And it's like, do you think what the fuck you saying before you say it? Or do you just feel like, let me say, because she's an Aries like me, but you could tell an unevolved, bitch, you about the same, we at the same age. Clearly you're not evolved because there's a point where you're supposed to start learning and thinking before you say some shit. I don't always do that, but I at least try I'll be honest, 70% of the time, I don't say what the fuck's in my head. Because if I said everything that was in my head, I'd really be left. Anyway, So she says, congratulations. And then she goes on to say, make sure you take pictures of her like you did of him. Brooklyn is 1 day old. What the fuck you talking about? You know, it's like, if is there a reason why you felt the need to say that shit? You know what I'm saying? Is there a reason why you felt the need to say that? First off, you don't know me that well enough to say that shit. And Brooklyn's 1 day old. It ain't like she's 2 years old and it's the first time you've ever seen me put up a picture of her, right? It's not like she's 10 and you're like, damn, you got a granddaughter? I never knew it. You never put up any pictures. We always see Bakari. She's 1 day old. Now, I'm gonna put this in real context for you. This is the same chick who recently I posted up something for the people who are on my who know my Facebook, 6815 Theater. Y'all know what 6815 Theater is. That's my lives of my crazy neighbors, right? So at one of them, I was by my window in my room, and you could see the window ledge, right? Did this hoe, and I mean not classy, but the trashy one, did this hoe put in the comments, is that a dead roach on your windowsill? Now I'd have been wrong if I said, bitch, what do you think? For what reason? Or out, you know what? And here's the thing about that, Medetra. Why? Because you should know me well enough to know that perhaps it was, girl, it was a dead leaf from a plant. It was, you know what, I feel like it was like some kind of, so here's where we're gonna go with this, is that it was her way of saying, well, you live in the hood, you got these hood people, so there's probably a dead roach. Bitch. And I think on occasion she tries this with me to see if I will, but she really don't want me to go there. She really don't want me to go there. Because there's things I know about her too. So anyway, but I'm like, she got one more time. She say something stupid to me, I'm just gonna block her. And I don't block people easily. But I'm just gonna be like, you know what? I don't need to see your dumb ass no more in life ever. In life ever. Let's not even do this. Cause she got me fucked up. Now, the next time she says something, that's all I'm gonna write. Bitch, you got me fucked up. And then see where she goes with that. And if she tries to go someplace, I'm just gonna say, you really do have me fucked up, and I suggest you stop because it ain't that serious. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying not to go there because it's easy to go. You know, because everybody say beloved and all this shit. See, my way is, bitch, you got me fucked up. I'm still there. Exactly what you trying to say, and I know what she's trying to say. You live in the hood in Chicago, so you probably got there might be roaches in your building, bitch. What? So anyway, so that's the first thing, my snarkiness of the night. Here's my other one while I let the oil seep into my skin. Um, okay, so I have my latest video that has been driving me insane. Ooh, it's been driving me insane. Are y'all ready for this one? I know you're gonna be like, you are so over the top, Louise. But here's my next video that has been driving me insane. Y'all know my number one, so we're not even gonna talk about it. The insert number for life perfumes or fragrances. I really hate those videos. I despise those videos. And the reason why I say I despise those videos is because people do this shit over and over again. Oh, yes, I'm doing it. Well, it's changed a little bit and I've got some. So the fuck what? Just talk about shit you like. I hate that video. And I hate that in any genre. Top, That's like me looking over at, it's like, stop it. Because they always do it again, trying to say, oh, something has changed. Some of them are the same, but some of them have changed. So what? Hi, Jacqueline. Especially when they do it like at least once or twice a year. They make it like a yearly thing. I'm like, why? Why? Why must we do this? Why? Why? Now I can see saying my right. Exactly. And the reality is, let's just here's the reality of it. Because someone tried to, I did this for somebody. They tagged me or wanted me to do a collab or something about this at some point. And what happens is you just come up with some shit that you're gonna say. And I know people are doing this. Because the reality is, if you've got 100, 200 bottles, it's hard to say which one are gonna be your 10 for life. No. And we know that you're buying more. So there's gonna be, so stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I mean the thing is with when people do it, they do it over and now and here's the newest version of it. Because now they're not trying to say 10 for life. Now they're trying to say, if I only kept. So it's the same fucking thing. But now they've decided to word it a little different because that one has overplayed itself. So now they're coming up with, if I only kept 30 fragrances, or if I only kept 20 fragrances. So now that's the new for life. That's the new for life. Just so you know. So if you see, oh, if I only kept whatever, shut up. I'd be like, okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go with this one. Yeah, okay. If we only kept, yeah, whatever. If you only kept. Same thing. Same thing. So how long do they say before these lotions go bad? Because I got warm vanilla sugar. It smell fine. Oh, about the Lenten sacrifice. Because that's the way they act like it is. They act like they on a Lenten sacrifice because it'll always be for a certain period of time. And just like before, um, and just like when you go into Lent, you go and overindulge right before you go to your sacrifice space. Then you sacrifice, and as soon as it's over, you overindulge again. So what was the point of the fucking sacrifice? I mean, like I get it from the Lenten stand, but what's the point of the nobody? Because basically, the amount you would have spent over those months, you spent right. You spent a whole bunch of what you would have because you always spend more than you normally would. So you spent the same amount. Oh, hey, Miss V. Oh, yeah. Listen, and I hope she watching. When I see Marlena is doing fragrance videos, have y'all checked that? Let's talk about. Let me see the ones that I've seen been doing fragrance videos. Now, Marlena is doing fragrance videos. It's a bunch of them who's doing. Jackie Ina has done a fragrance video. They're all jumping on the fragrance bandwagon. Is that all she's doing? Because see, I haven't even all I catch it when that comes up. So yeah, I was like, okay, so that's okay now. She all in the fragrances. This woman been on on YouTube for how many years? Ain't never talked. Oh, right. Lauren A. Beauty. Yes, yes, Shelly. That's the other one. Right. She's another one that's all of a sudden doing them. Um, Look, she been doing videos for how long? Ain't never talked about fragrances. Ever. Now all of a sudden, oh my God, I love my fragrances. They killing me with that though. It's like every beauty person, here's how they introduce it. Okay, let me do the beauty, let me do the beauty YouTuber fragrance introduction. You know, oh, you know what? So many people have been asking me about my fragrance collection. I've been getting all these requests for my fragrance collection. From who? I need to see, right? Okay, who? I need. Can we get names? Can we get all these names of all these people who've all of a sudden they all saying this? This is what all the beauty people are saying. Yeah, so I'm gonna talk about my collection. I don't know notes or anything, but I'm just gonna tell you how what I think of it and how I what it does for me. Did I lie? Did I lie? That's all. Every last one of them. That's their fucking introduction. Every last one of them. Every last one of them do it just like that. And then they pull out. Hold up. I don't have it. I don't have it. Now, now here's what you're gonna see. Let's just talk about things that you're gonna see on the beauty YouTubers, fragrance ones. When they first start. Now, once they start doing it, they try to get deep. They try to get deep. Every last one of them is going to talk about Baccarat Rouge 540, BR 540. Every last one of them is say, going to mention BR 540. The ones that will spend some money. But then you have the designer crew. And the designer crew is going to pull out Good Girl because of the shoe. They're going to pull out Good Girl because of the shoe. Now, let's see. We got Michelle Wayne talking about her fragrances. Or Gentle Fluidity Gold, baby. Yes, 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 yes. It's one of the two. Or Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. Love Don't Be Shy by Killian. I mean, you know what's coming. You know what's coming. You know what's coming. Libra. They're going to show you Libra. They're every last one going to show you Libra. Every last one. Right? Uh yeah, but she keep putting them out. She says she don't know shit, but she keeps talking about them because she's trying to get them views. Right, just like Lauren May Beauty, she now becoming a fragrance expert. Now here's what we're gonna say. When Alicia, right, yeah, they've been getting them in PR. That's what happened. The PR started coming through, and now they're all into. And you can always tell when they really don't. Here's. Oh yes, Le Labo. You're gonna see somebody with some Le Labo. The ones who, and now they're moving into Byredo. They found out about Byredo, so they're getting the Bow de Freak. They all getting the Bow de Freak. A couple of them have had Mojave Ghosts, so they're doing those. Honey, they are all doing, because you're right. I think I saw Britt Clark too. Hey, Valencia, honey, you are seeing them all doing them. They are all doing some type of fragrance video. They are all doing it. Right? They are all doing it, honey. They are all doing it. And And so now we're going to see, here's what's coming from the beauty community. Because now they've all talked about their little baby collections. Hi, Yoshira. You know, they've all talked about their little baby collections. Now they've got to start really. So we're gonna start seeing the sexy, my most complimented, because they're watching videos now. So they're gonna talk about their most complimented perfumes. They're gonna talk about their sexiest perfumes. Girl, them cupcakes, they can kiss my ass, right? Well, yeah, cupcakes are definitely gonna be in because they're cupcakes and they're sparkly, so that makes sense. I personally, here's my thing with the cupcakes. Is to me is this: if you can put them on sale the way you're doing now, that's how much they should have been. Because as much as they're putting them on sale, and the reason why they're putting them on sale because wasn't nobody buying them. So they had to bring the prices down to start selling them. Because them damn things go on sale every week. There's a cupcake on sale at least one every week is on sale. Damn, I got some oil in my eye, y'all. Ooh, I hate that. So yeah, at least one. So yeah, they're gonna be hitting them cupcakes soon because the cupcakes are impressive. The cupcakes are impressive. So yeah, we're gonna see the cupcakes. I've actually seen a few talk about Mancera. I bet you they've watched one of my videos though, and they telling it because I'm one because it's Mancera. My name comes up, but that's not neither here nor there, right? Watch. By the end of the year, they're going to be putting up their layering combinations. We're gonna see them talking about their layering combinations. And let me tell you what I layer. I found out. Right. Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about roses vanille. Oh, here's when Intense Cafe. I've heard about Intense Cafe because they found out about Intense Cafe. Montal's Intense Cafe. And what did somebody say? And I said, clearly you ain't never smelled this shit. They said something about it, and they were saying, and I was like, you do know, no, makeup vids ain't getting the views, cause I mean, real talk, when I put up something makeup, it don't get no views hardly. Um, so yeah, that's where they're going. So, and hey, gone, and it's always interesting because then they'll say something about like, what's one that they talk about? They talk about um uh Sephora. I bought these at Sephora. They're doing the same thing they did with makeup because Sephora is, oh, I wouldn't a Sephora haul. And they are, yeah, people are maked up out. I mean, really, yeah, they are. And like I said, when I started shifting to perfume for me personally, it was because I was bored with makeup. That's number one. I was bored. I was worn out. I was just, it wasn't nothing. I didn't want to buy anything. I wasn't feeling it. And when I really started looking at perfume again, and as I've told people before, I used to sell perfume. I used to actually buy from a wholesaler and sell perfume back when I was young. Me and my friends used to do it. We was buying we used to go to this old man. He had a little wholesale little spot on the northwest side of Chicago, and we used to buy. This was way before Fragrance Net or any of those places. So, um, when I started getting back into it, I was like, this is. I started going, you know what, from a content vibe and just doing something to share. I was like, see, this is more interesting because there's a world of perfumes, and it isn't like. And here's what I'm gonna say now, and you'll see what I mean. You can tell on the female side that there are a lot of beauty people who have shifted into fragrances. And the reason why I say that is because there is this new arrivals rush, right? One of the reasons why I really started getting into fragrances is because there is no stale date on them. With makeup, there's a definite stale date, especially if you're doing reviews or whatever. You got to rush and get it. You got to hope you get it soon enough. You got to hurry up and do these put it on, and then talk about it, right? Well, with perfume, I could buy something that's 5, 6, 7 years old and talk about it, and no one's gonna be like, "Oh, that's just too old." They're gonna, you all are, people gonna be like, "Really? I didn't hear about that." So that's why I got into the shift, right? It was before I was looking at it like, oh, this is like popular, because it really wasn't. It wasn't like, everybody was shifting into perfume. It just so happened I started watching perfume videos, and I was buying some more, and I was like, damn, okay, wait, let me look for some shit. And that's who I am. I get caught in something and then I'm hooked, right? But you can tell the ones who are definitely, because they're doing you, because they're a, and no shade to them, what they're purchasing is very on the popular side. And you can also tell that women, especially like people who have been in the beauty side or watch beauty videos a lot, not necessarily a beauty content creator, but just are into the beauty makeup side, because now there's now become this rush to get the newest thing and be one of the first people to talk about it. For instance, Kayali. I get it because I want it. Honestly, I'm like, if I'm purchasing it at that moment, it's because I want it. But and some things I will purchase just because, but that's because I just want them. I see it, I'm like, I want them. As soon as they come out, I want them. But you notice that there's this rush. Like for instance, when I got Eden Kayali, what is this? The invite only. When I got that one, right? I had that for about 3 weeks before I said anything about it, because I was, I finally got around to wearing it and seeing what it smelled like. But if you notice, there were a lot of people who rushed as soon as they got it. They were doing first impressions about it. It was very beauty vibe, because that is what the beauty makeup side does. The rush is to be one of the first people to talk about something and to put out your first impressions of it. So you can tell that the people who are doing this are very much used to either doing beauty videos or watching beauty videos, because there's a beauty video rush to do these things. Everybody was rushing to talk about that juicy eating apple bullshit, and say how wonderful it was, or things like that. And so that is how you can see how the beauty videos are bleeding into the fragrance videos on the women's side, because there's more women watching the content. For real, there's more women now watching perfume content. So yeah, Two Face has a. I saw the notes though. The notes kind of sounded good. I ain't even gonna lie. But then I said, "Girl, you ain't buying it, cause Jared is so problematic." But yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Right. And Too Faced came out with a perfume. So that tells you what's going on with makeup. When you see the beauty brands, yes, I'm waiting for the label. I'm waiting to see if that bitch gonna come out anytime soon. I'm waiting for label. What's up, JC? I look good in orange. Okay, yeah, whatever. But yeah, so it's like people are waiting for the newest things to come out. Now for me or us, it's because we have this love of these fragrances, but a lot of them are not about the love of this, or like, listen, we got all the labels, we want the next one. It's because they're hearing about it, and it sounds like it's going to be popular. Oh, well, NARS already had one. Remember, NARS came out with one a couple of years ago, Audacious, and it died, because I ain't heard about Audacious in forever. Um, Corez has always had some, but those are skincare lines. And a lot of skincare lines, Laura Mercier has been putting out fragrances for years. Low key, nobody's really talks about them. And that's what's so funny. You would think that they would be getting things like Laura Mercier, considering that, these are beauty people. So you would think, because there's some from Laura Mercier I want right now. I'm just, if it's still around, I might pick it up. But, well, I ain't got no money right now. Right, exactly. So, right. And that's how they're going to get their name out, because they're going to send out the PR. fragrance brands. What about Wet n Wild had a little perfume out too recently. See, they did. Um, right, the big brands. Yeah, Korra is a skincare. Yep, that's where they started. Their skincare is based. They're Greek-based brand, so they do Greek yogurt skincare. Most of their skincare has a Greek yogurt base. Yep, because I have a cleanser of theirs. But yeah, so some of them. Oh, I know I got a few I want to check out this year. So I'm doing, and is my address in does it say 1507 East 53rd Street? Then yes, it is. Yes, that's my address. Right. So, there's chorus has always had some. And there's other stuff out there. But yeah, the bigger brands, and then that's what's gonna happen because they have they do PR and they do it hard. So, and they're going to send it to the beauty community because that's who's on their PR list. Now, see the problem now if they're smart, they'll start looking at the people who you're right. Bobby Brown has always had it, which I've been meaning to get Beach, and I've seen it on sale a few times, and I still ain't bought it. But they're the thing with that is that if they were smart, they would start looking up the big people who are in fragrance, right? Like Too Faced should definitely have sent it to Demi Rawling and to Jeremy Fragrance and to that ain't my house address. That ain't my house address. That's my mailing address. Now you're not going to TP to UPS store. Go and do that. Um, but yeah, so you would think they would be doing that. Like they would be like reaching out to like Jeremy Fragrance, Demi Rawling. Who are the big females that's like this? Karina Waldron, the larger female ones, especially like Too Faced and stuff. So you would think they would have sent it to them too because they have the audience that's really looking at it. But they figured, hey, because honestly, most of their videos based on fragrances aren't getting that many views. Now, like for instance, Kathleen Lights does them, but Kathleen Lights has been doing fragrance videos off and on for quite some time. So she does one here and there. So that makes sense because she's shown her collection way before it got popular. She's talked about fragrances way before it got popular. So if Kathleen Lights says something, I'll at least appreciate the fact that this has been, here and there, some of her content. But what you see is now they're trying to go hard in the paint on it. So you know that the makeup video, I mean, really, how many more foundations can we really talk about? you know how many and I am a consumer of this stuff, but she's been talking about stuff for years. um but I'm a consumer of it. So I was looking at the damn Natasha Nadona lipsticks. I was like, girl, you don't need another rose lipstick in your life. So I stopped looking. But go on sale, I might get them. you know so I am a consumer, but when it comes down to makeup videos, you have to be like a hardcore makeup person to still watch makeup hauls, to still be watching stuff like that on the regular, because we the last, I want to say, 5 years we have been right, we have been saturated with makeup, and so much makeup, and new release after new release. So it has, it's the time. It's like, okay, now we getting tired now. And as I always say, um, and as I always say, perfume is the easiest pretty around. Fragrance is the easiest good feel around. Makeup, we got to put it on. We got to do all this. Perfume takes less than 30 seconds to put it on and smell good. So it's a really good pretty. So if you want to feel pretty and you about to just have on sweats, throw on some perfume and you feel instantly 10 times prettier than you did before. All right, y'all, let me get off here. I gotta go to sleep. I gotta be up in a few. Thank you all for talking to me. I wanted to because I haven't been on here since Sunday. It's been a long time. It's been days. This I don't normally go this many days without going live. So I did miss you all. You know what? Leave me a bad JC. Um, yeah, so it's been good talking to you all. Hey, Ouija, thank you. Um, gotta go to bed now. Let me put on what's my fragrance of the night? Since JC is on here, he can see it. Here's mine, which is Through the Fire. Because I'm trying your stuff every night to see what I think. So let's spray. Oh, this is the one I have problems with spraying, JC. Look at this. It don't want to spray. Okay, there we go. I got it. There we go. It's spraying now. Because I was about to say, I can't even get it to spray. Ooh, this smells good. This is the first time I really got to smell it. Smell it. Because my nose is so much better now. Ooh. Ooh, it smells good. But I'm an Aries and it's always going to spray for me and spray for me more. Okay. It's a little sweetness. JC, can you send me the notes to this one? Through the Fire. Appreciate you. All right. See y'all later. Have a great night. I got the new GiGi Glow. This thing has got one, but look at how it sprays for me, y'all. Watch this. Y'all see how hard, forceful that was? It just went in my mouth. Whew, that was rough. It's kind of, it's kind of sweet. Well, it's kind of, gourmandish, kind of smell like I'm gonna be eating up, but nibbled on. Okay, see you later. I gotta go. Why is there a green light back there? Y'all see that green light, or is it just me? Is there a green light back there? Okay, never mind. Bye.